By unbinding crouch, what we do is force our brain to find a new way to take fights instead of just crouch spraying, because remember, crouch spraying every single fight is not effective. Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to be explaining why crouch spraying can be so bad and why you should consider replacing crouch spraying with strafe shooting or strafing. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in this quick no BS guide. First of all, what is crouch spraying? It's as simple as it sounds. Whenever you see someone, your reaction is to crouch and spray. Now this can be good, especially at closer ranges, or if you're trying to shoot through a smoke and, like, you know, for example, you're trying to like spray the spike through a smoke. This is going to be like completely fine to do. However, this becomes a massive problem primarily whenever it's always like your go-to. So if you're someone who notices like you're always crouch spraying whenever you're like seeing an enemy, because like I fight these people in deathmatch sometimes, whenever you like see someone who will literally every time you fight them, they crouch and spray, and this is not good, especially like the farther back you get. Valorant is not a game where you want to be spraying consistently. Don't get me wrong, there are circumstances where you want to be doing it. However, you really want to master tapping and bursting, right? So those 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 round bursts. You can see like this is closer range. Back here I'd probably want to just do 1 or 2 taps. Try to control for it as best I can, but spraying from back here, I'll go ahead and show you guys, is not going to be very accurate. Even with crouch spraying, like that might look accurate, but you're going to see there's less variability as we go on. So again, crouch spraying has its place at certain times, especially when you're spamming through smoke, whenever you're closer to the enemy, and there's probably other circumstances too, but it becomes a big problem whenever you're actually crouch spraying every time you see an enemy. So guys, how do we fix this? Okay, I'm going to say something that sounds very extreme, but that I have something that I also have a lot of experience with myself. Hey guys, quickly before the video starts, you can see I've been absolutely destroying my opponents in Immortal 1 with 20 to 30 plus kills and often match MVPing. I now feel super confident in my ability to help you guys improve from whatever rank you're in to a higher rank through coaching. If you want coaching from me, please reach out to my Discord. It's Duckeeh. It's also down in the description below. Add me, I'll message you back quickly, and we can plan a coaching session. Enjoy the video. And this is, go to your settings, click controls, and unbind crouch. So this little minus button under crouch, click the minus button. Now what happens whenever you try to crouch, you don't crouch. Also, let me explain one more thing about why crouching can be bad. It makes it so that you move slower. So if you need to react, you move slower than if you're standing with a gun. As you can see, like I move left and right slower. And also, you're smaller. So like if you're in a rank below diamond, which is a very good chance most of you are, their crosshair placement's going to be worse, right? So let me just show you this. Okay, so if the enemy is on average placing their crosshair here and you're crouching down, you're basically crouching into their crosshair. Okay, now I'm not saying this is always going to happen. Sometimes people are actually going to be aiming at your head and then you're going to be crouching under their crosshair, but usually if you're in like gold or silver or plat or bronze, like these people are going to have bad crosshair placement and you're actually going to help them out by crouching. So guys, by unbinding crouch, what we do is force our brain to find a new way to take fights instead of just crouch spraying, because remember, crouch spraying every single fight is not effective. We need to learn to fight with strafing, which is what I'm going to be explaining next, and while standing. Okay, so you're going to get rid of this crouch crutch, and you can eventually unbind crouch back, but if this is a big problem for you, I would highly recommend go ahead and unbinding crouch, just because the way that our brains kind of do things, it's very hard in the moment to be like, okay, don't crouch, and your brain just going to crouch it, and then you're going to start hitting the control button or crouch button, and you're not going to crouch, and your brain's going to have to come up with something new, and that's what the point of this video is. Okay guys, I hope that makes sense. So what we're going to want to do now is practice strafing. So what is strafing, right? So standing is better than crouching and shooting, because again, you can move around more like this, and that's exactly what we want to do. So I'll give you guys a simple task here in the range. So what we want to do is just shoot and then move to the right. So you're going to press D or A, and just shoot the same dot as you kind of go back and forth like this. And this is a very simple task, and this gets you kind of comfortable moving back and forth. And you can imagine like this is the head of an enemy that you're fighting in a competitive game, okay? And this is all you want to do. You can do this for as little or as long as you want. I'm going to do this for a few more seconds. Okay, now imagine you're doing this against an enemy, right? So let's go and turn on the bots here. If we turn on Strafe, which is exactly what I'm telling you guys to do, you can see how much harder it is for me to like shoot these guys, right? I'm not going to be explaining how to shoot people that are strafing in this video, but you can just see that it's going to be much harder if I try to actually shoot them. Generally, I'll just give you one tip. If you want to kill the individuals who are strafing, you want to allow their head to pass over your crosshair like this before you shoot them, right? Instead of trying to like constantly flick on them, because that's going to be less effective. You can flick if you want, but usually humans kind of strafe more predictably. So let me go ahead and reset or turn this off. Okay guys, so now next what we can practice, again, getting comfortable doing this. Think about how to be unpredictable when you strafe, okay? The purpose of strafing is to make your head harder to hit and yourself harder to hit overall as you're trying to shoot the enemies. The one caveat of this is that you need to be standing completely still whenever you're shooting, right, to actually be effective, because I can't just strafe and go like this, right? Which is what you see some really low rank players do. What you need to do is strafe, stop, shoot, strafe, stop, shoot, strafe, stop, shoot. Now the problem with this is if you're going left, right, left, right, left, right, it becomes predictable, right? And better ranked players are going to be like knowing that you're just going left and right, left and right, left and right. So what you should do instead is sometimes you should go farther to the right, or sometimes you should go left, left, right, right. You know, like try to like make it less predictable. Or sometimes, you know, you can do this what they call a pop and swing, where you just go like this, and then like if you've been strafing and then you all of a sudden you just go like this, they're gonna have a really hard time, especially if they're crouch spraying you, right? If they're crouch spraying you and you're doing this, then you can just shoot them in the head. So guys, basically what I'm getting at here is unbind crouch, 1, 2, practice left and right. Just getting comfortable doing this, because right now you're really comfortable just crouch spraying, and it's gonna be hard for you to do this, especially in a comp game. And then 3 is try to become more unpredictable with how you're actually strafing. So instead of just going like left to right, the same distance every single time, try to go like longer to the right, longer to the left, short, twice in the same direction, or just one long in the same direction. And there's a lot of ways you can actually kind of swap things up. Now, how do we get better at this? Well, you can practice here in the range. And 2, you can practice in deathmatch, okay? I preach this on my channel. If you want to get better at some mechanic in this game, play deathmatch, play team deathmatch, play deathmatch, I don't care. It's going to help you significantly get better at strafing, and it's going to feel far more comfortable and natural whenever you actually go into a comp game to do it. So guys, I hope this video makes sense. I hope that it's helpful. If you have any questions or ideas for future guides, please let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys very, very soon.